in Jacksonville today at the Texas Trappers and Fur Hunters Association Spring Rendezvous, and got with me today Don Hightower from Wood County. And Don, how long have you been into trapping?
About 35 years.
How did you get started into it?
Well, it was money motivated partly because I was already a coon hunter and the pelts were bringing a good price in the 70s, and my daddy had trapped, and I kind of got hooked up into it, and I've been doing some of it ever since.
What is it now? I mean, you're almost now into sort of a recreation kind of thing as much as you are anything else, or to help people. Tell me kind of what it is you do now in trapping.
Okay, what I do now, basically, because the fur market is in a depressed state, it will come back, it's cyclic, but I have some skills that people from cities that come to the country buy a place, or local residents have problems either with coyotes if they have a deer management plan, or especially beavers. Beavers are a very great problem, especially in Wood County. We have a lot of springs, a lot of flowing water, a lot of lakes, and they never give up.
Over the years, people's opinions of trappers has not been good. I mean, at one time it was a very accepted part of life when we were a rural state. Then we became more and more urban, and people kind of got a bad taste about trapping, and you know, the pictures that they've seen on TV that just, you know, some poor animal there. How is it now? What is the public opinion, and how are they wrong? I mean, how is trapping good?
Oh, a lot of that is misconceptions, and most modern traps now actually have what's called an offset, and the jaws don't come together all the way. Most of the time, it never even marks the skin. I mean, you'll pull up my animal be laying there sleeping, chilling out. It's a lot of that is misconception, I guess, on the cruelty and everything like that. I don't want to be cruel to an animal, you know. I want to be as kind, but they do need to be managed. Just like any wildlife resource has to be managed. If not, you have these peaks and then massive die-offs.
Parks and Wildlife, is this something that you guys are seeing as a useful tool away? I mean, is it something that needs to be done more and more with our natural resources?
Well, from our standpoint, it's just another tool in the toolbox. You know, we have the 5 tools of wildlife management: the axe, cow, plow, fire, and gun. And this falls into the gun, which is just population management. In fact, myself, I'd never trapped until 3 or 4 weeks ago when Don Hightower came out and he showed us some different methods that we can use, not only to trap predators, coyotes, bobcats, raccoons, but also feral hogs.
And that's what I was going to ask you about. Typically, when we're talking about feral hogs, we're talking about needing to get rid of huge populations, and the big round pens are the best route to go. But is there a need for individual type trapping?
There is. The way we look at it is any hog that we take out is a good hog to take out. And so there's no silver bullet to getting rid of feral hogs, so every tool that we can pull out of the toolbox is useful for us.
Okay. People may not realize you're taking a nuisance animal, but there's something coming of it. Whether people agree or not, fur is still probably one of the best things there is as far as warm clothing is concerned. So you're taking a bad and making a positive out of it, just like someone who hunted for their own supper.
And not only that, but not just the fur off the animal. We use the most of the animals. Like I just gave a beaver demonstration out here just a moment ago. Nobody really realizes that what all a beaver has there. Like the castor, that's a gland that comes on a beaver. They use that in the perfume industry. They use it in the food industry, believe it or not. They'll cure it for 2 years, grind it up to a powder, and it makes a vanilla extract flavor. That's right. They use it in fur bearing management, in baits. The skin is used for coats, hats, that type of stuff. The meat is used for human consumption or animal consumption, high protein. We use it for coyote baits when we run across predation in coyotes, taking people's dogs, cats, deer, fawns, turkeys, and everything.
It's not just what people see or hear in the animal rights groups ads. there's something, it's a big round circle where there's good
sir.
coming from the whole thing.
I'm sure that in all cases there's probably some outlaws, just like in all areas apply. But what you see at this association, this is not outlaws. I mean, the outlaws will not associate with an association. They seem to hang off by themselves in their outlaw groups, you know. So we try to manage, and and if we run across the outlaw, first thing we'll do, we'll report it to our local game warden. I mean, which is the right thing to do.